You know, the funniest part of it is him saying, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, I won't do it again, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, I won't do it again. Who do you think you're talking to? That's what we do in Nigeria. That's what he'll say at the police station, and he'll probably be let go. It's unacceptable. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ngozi. If you are new to the channel, you are welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. Click on the little notification bell so you never miss an upload. On this channel, we talk about love, marriage, dating, friendship, children, parenting, any matter that will affect our community as a people. We talk about it on this channel. I've been away for about 2 weeks because of the half term that my kids had. And as you know, I always pay attention to my family when they're home. And I certainly return back to the screen when everyone is out and about. So here I am, I'm back again. And as I say, if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to click on that little notification bell so you never miss another upload. And today we are talking about this Nigerian man called Cyril Kenneth, who's only spent 3 months in the country. Just a little over 24 hours ago, he was arrested for interacting with teenage girls online, underage teenage girls online. And you have this group of people, maybe 2 or 3 from the video. When you watch it, you'll be able to hear about 2 or 3 people interrogating him at his front door and questioning him and presenting him with some of his evidence. And you slowly start to see him sort of deny it altogether and then gradually, cup to it, because they start to show him, screenshots of his interactions with these underage girls, and, photographs, and asking for photographs and come to my house. And you are a full grown man interacting with 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds. And now you've been caught red-handed and you're running your mouth, of course, and he gets arrested altogether. Now I'm thinking he's definitely going to be remanded, arrested, placed in a facility, a prison facility of some sort, until there is a hearing and all the evidence have been put together. And then he may serve time, but he altogether might get deported, which I doubt would be the case right out the gate. He will be punished here for a little bit before he's sent back. And that would be the end of his whole plan to come out from Nigeria, come to this country to establish himself and to further his education and better his life.
Yes, I told them, how old are you? They said, they are 14.
How many children are you speaking to?
No, just 2.
Just 2?
Yeah.
What were you speaking to these children for?
No, I know I'm here new, okay? So I needed friends.
You were speaking to a 14-year-old child and you kept asking her for her address. You sent her a video of your chest, your nipple, your shorts or trousers half opened with your boxers on, and you can see your penis. Read, ask the child, did she love you?
I'm sorry.
You called the child sweetheart. Did she like older men? Did she want to have sex with you? The police are on their way. We have came here today because this is our cousin you've been speaking to. You wanted to see that child naked in the shower.
Is the children in Nigeria your friends? In Nigeria, did you have children that was friends?
Of course.
Yeah, and you wanted to see them in the shower and all?
It was temptation. I'm sorry. I know I did something bad.
Sure favors.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
You wanted her to kiss you. You wanted her to stay overnight.
I'm so sorry. No, I just wanted to know what you say. I don't know mean it.
Why did you tell the child you were a virgin?
No, I just wanted to be sure if she have done something like that, because I know doing that thing, being a child, is bad. So I wanted to caution the first person I told her, don't do that.
How long have you been here?
February.
February, March, April, May. 3 months. You asked the child. Reality's starting to head into you now, isn't it? Reality's kicking into you now.
I'm so sorry. It's never happen again. I'm sorry. Please.
Do not.
Don't
forget
to tell him, I'm sorry.
And then you asked to see the child's ass. And the child says no, she would get in trouble. And you told the child no, the child would get in trouble.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry.
The police are
talking to anymore. Fuck.
But in coming out here, he has decided to become a pedophile. And clearly in the video, you'll see that he acts as though he has no idea what he's doing. But what irritates me is how grown men or grown individuals altogether, you know, who come from one culture to a different culture, think that the way they behave in their own country will be acceptable in another country. Where I come from, anyone can take a young girl, a young person, and, you know, completely, you know, assault them sexually, and no one really is going to do anything about it. I know some of you watching might say, well, no, so and so had been arrested, or someone, you know, had intervened, and so on. Yes, every now and again someone might be held accountable, but it's not the order of the day. And it's very frustrating. And at the same time, I'm really finding this satisfying that these individuals coming from Nigeria, my country, coming out here, displaying their bad behavior in broad daylight, are getting held accountable. Yes, because I have personal feelings about that, with the way Africans, Nigerians in particular. I'm Nigerian, I can't speak for the rest of the country, but I do have personal resentments about how people are treated, you know, on a day-to-day basis, and how the government does absolutely nothing to enforce, you know, the law and, you know, bring about stability in the way one person treats another. They get away with murder. And the fact is, I'm not here to bash my country, absolutely not, because there are criminals from the peasant in the street in the poorest country to the royal family or the most powerful families in the world. And you will still find exceptional levels of corruption and no accountability and individuals being above the law. So no, I am not going to sit here and suddenly suggest that, you know, well, what a corrupt country, and now they're coming to a country where the law is upheld. No, there's hypocrisy. And I am happy that he has been held accountable, but there is hypocrisy. You understand? There's a certain number of us who are held accountable, and then after a certain point, they're not held accountable. So as far as this guy who has been found to be interacting with underage teenage girls and wanting to, you know, have sex with them or something, and is showing pictures of his naked self to them, and now it's been exposed. Yes, everyone's, you know, arrived at his front door and they're ready to arrest him. And of course, eventually he's arrested and has been taken away. But this guy over here, oh no. He's walking free. He's walking free. And it can be debated that, are you sure? Did he do what he did? I don't know, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. So do you get where I'm coming from? So that's not what we're here to do. We're not here to say, well, this is an amazing country, the United Kingdom, where people are held accountable for their actions. So now that I've got that out of the way, I can get on to saying that if you are coming from Nigeria, my Nigerian family, and you're coming out here, you better get your act together. So if you are thinking that you are Prince Andrew, think again, okay? Certain people are above the law. So when you come out here, you say you're studying, you say you came out here for whatever reason, you've got to pay attention to why you came out here and understand the law that governs the half of us. Right? Now I think I've found my footing in what I've been trying to say, and I've said it. In Nigeria, you can pick a girl on the street, you can, woo her, seduce her, and just do whatever you want, and that's it. It's history, and nobody cares, and nobody's going to arrest you. But you've come out here, you said you came to study, and in 2 seconds, you've been arrested for engaging with these teenage girls. Question. You're a grown man. You can go off, date someone, speak to someone, love someone, and, satisfy that third leg of yours. But instead, you know exactly what you're doing when you go chatting to these young girls online and then find a way to get them over to your house and then sodomize them. It's not acceptable. You can't treat people that way. The second thing I wanted to point out is these young girls who go online talking to strangers, do you have parents? Do they speak to you? One might say, well, that's why they've come to his front door. No, I'm saying in the first place, how did they end up being in some kind of communication with an adult who has actually pointed out that he is an adult? Listen, I don't know what he told them. He probably lied anyway. But I'm just saying that these young girls need to figure out their behavior online. You don't need the likes of this man or this man to ruin your life. You can do that all on your own. You shouldn't be online talking to strangers. If you want to have a crush on someone and experience some kind of excitement in the love area, as the case may be, then focus on maybe that kid in your school sitting next to you, form a friendship, form a, some sort of interaction on that level and see where that goes. But going online, you're going to meet dangerous people. Going online, you're going to meet predators. Going online, you're going to meet pedophiles like this dude, who in his world doesn't think he did anything wrong. You know, the funniest part of it is him saying, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, I won't do it again, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, I won't do it again. Who do you think you're talking to? That's what we do in Nigeria. That's what he'll say at the police station, and he'll probably be let go. It's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Same thing that happened with Ekweremadu when he, took a hawker out here to the United Kingdom to have his organ harvested. And the whole of Nigeria kept on backing him up and saying the boy, took advantage of them and they were nice to him and all of that. All the facts came out in court. You are fully aware that you are badly behaved. Why is it when an individual knows they're doing something wrong, you carry it on and look surprised when you get caught? So anyway, he's definitely going to be leaving this country. He's definitely going to be remanded in a prison of some sort for a while until, he's not a priority. So he would be locked up for a minute. And eventually, he will be thrown back to Nigeria and he will never be able to come to this country again. So for those of you who are working tirelessly to come out to this country, you have to be really careful. As I say, there is the law that governs the half of us and is enforced for the half of us. And you will come out here with some stupid behavior or some silly behavior or some nasty conduct of yours that, can be ignored completely 100% of the time when you're in Nigeria, but you come out here and you will be held accountable. So if you say, as this guy has said, you came out here to study, please go and study. If you need a girlfriend, find someone your own age, date her, and do what's done in that process of, experiencing love, as the case may be. For you parents out there, keep an eye on your children and try and figure out who it is that they are speaking to. Stay engaged. We work so hard. You've got 7 shifts, 7 jobs, you work, you come back, and you rely on these devices to keep your children engaged and busy and, out of your hair. It's too much. It's too much. And your children tell you they're studying, they're working, they're doing their A-levels, they're doing their SATs, they're doing the da-da-da. And they're busy online talking to a complete stranger who's exposing themselves to these kids. And it's intriguing. Off they go. Conversations taking place about them going off to see someone and spend the night in someone's house, which leads me onto the topic of sleepovers. And that will be a completely different video. We'll talk about that in a different video. But stay alert, pay attention to what your children is doing online. And for those of you coming from other countries where the law is slack, you're coming out here and you will be held accountable, okay? But just for the half of us, because the corruption is just as brilliant out here in the UK, the US, and so on. Anyway, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon in the next video. Take care. Bye.